Welcome back, coders. In the last lesson, we gave our snake the ability to grow a tail using clones, lists, and smooth position tracking. Today, we're taking things to the next level. We'll add game logic to make your snake game feel complete. Reset all your variables properly at the start. Track and display a score that increases with every fruit. Handle collisions with the wall and the tail. Add visual polish with a space-themed background. And finish it all off with some fun sound effects. By the end of this lesson, your Scratch Snake game will be fully playable and ready to share. Let's dive in. All right, coders. The first thing we need to do is set up our initial values. Basically, we want to reset our game to a clean state before starting. First, select the snakehead sprite. We already have the delete all X positions and delete all Y positions blocks set up. Now let's add to these blocks by setting our initial variables. Drag out a set variable block. We'll set both tail count and next clone ID to 0. Then create a new variable called score. This will keep track of the player's points. Make sure to set the score to 0 at the start as well. Now, let's talk about blocks in Scratch. Blocks let us bundle a set of instructions into one reusable piece, like creating our own custom command. Let's make a new block and name it Reset Values. Attach it to our initial setup script. Now, we can simply use this single block whenever we want to reset the game values. Next up, let's handle collision detection. We want to check two things. 1. If the snakehead touches the edges of the stage. 2. If the snakehead touches any tail segment. Go to the control blocks and drag an if block. Place it before the code that checks for direction input. Then, in the sensing blocks, drag the touching block and set it to check for touching the edge. Duplicate this block and set it to check for touching the tail sprite. To combine both checks, use the OR operator from the operators category. The OR operator helps us trigger an action if either condition is true. For collision with the tail, we also want to avoid triggering the game over if the head touches the first tail segment, which appears immediately after the head. So, we'll use two additional operators. The NOT operator, which inverts a condition. The AND operator, which requires both conditions to be true. Unlike OR, the AND operator only triggers when both conditions are true. If either the snakehead touches the edge or an unwanted tail collision happens, we'll set the game running variable to false. This will effectively stop our game by ending the main scripts. Let's try it out and see how it works. Great job so far, coders. Next, let's make sure our score increases when we collect the fruit. Go ahead and rename the sprite to fruit so things stay organized. Set it to 20 points each time the snake collects the fruit. We also want the fruit to move to a new random position, both at the start of the game and when the snake touches it. So let's create another custom block. Name it New Position. Add the motion blocks inside this block to set the fruit's random X and Y positions. Then call New Position when the green flag is clicked, and also when the snakehead touches the fruit. Test it out. It should move perfectly each time. Great job! Now let's add a background for our game. We're going for a cool space look. Open the background editor. Use the rectangle tool to fill the entire stage. Set the background to a circular gradient. Make the inner color bright and the outer color dark for a deep space vibe. Next, use the brush tool to create bright dots of varying thickness. These will look like distant stars. And just like that, we have an awesome space background. Finally, let's add some sound effects for a more exciting game. First, select the fruit sprite, then go to the sound blocks. Drag the Start sound block. Head over to the Sounds tab. Click Choose a Sound and search for coin. Set the drop-down to play the coin sound when the snake collects the fruit. Then, do the same thing for the snakehead sprite. Add a play sound until done that plays when the snake collides with the edge or a tail segment. Now let's test the game. Congratulations, coders! You did it! You built your very own snake game in Scratch 3 from start to finish. You learned how to create and control the snake's head, add smooth tail following using lists and clones, make the snake grow when it collects fruit, track your score, detect collisions with walls and tails, add backgrounds, sound effects, and polish to make your game exciting. You didn't just make a game. You learned core programming skills like variables, lists, loops, conditionals, and custom blocks, all while having fun. What's next? Challenge yourself by adding new features like obstacles, levels, or power-ups. Customize your game's look with different backgrounds and sprites. Or share your finished game on Scratch and let your friends and family play. Leave a comment below if you enjoyed the series or if you have questions. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more fun coding projects, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new tutorial. Keep coding, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next project.